In today's episode, we're going to share our exact strategy for earning Hyatt Globalist Status and opening up a ton of perks and benefits when we travel without having to spend 60 nights in a hotel. So listen in. Hi, I'm Rhea.
And I'm Dwayne.
And we are your hosts of the Travel Party of Five podcast, where we share how we travel as a family of five around the world.
We will also share how we use points and miles to travel as affordably as possible and sometimes even completely free.
So if you're wanting to travel more with your family, but you're not sure how, we'd love for you to listen in.
So welcome to our podcast, where we hope you learn a thing or two to get you closer to your next trip.
Dun, 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 dun. Hello, friends. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in.
We hope you're having a great December so far. As a reminder, if you're doing your Christmas shopping, make sure you're going through either a shopping portal or Rakuten or something like that so you can earn some additional points on money you're already going to spend. It's a little PSA. Also, last week we did an episode on the Ondas in San Diego, but the one thing that we didn't talk about was the Chase Lounge. Totally forgot.
We did forget.
So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to share how we hit globalist status this year without having to spend 60 nights in a hotel.
And don't forget about our giveaway we're doing.
Yes, so we're doing a giveaway for reviews. So if you leave us a review on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen and send us a screenshot of the review to our email, we will enter you in a raffle to win a $50 gift card to a online or whatever store of your choosing, as long as it's legal. Dwayne's about to say. Legal. Goodness, I'm never going to live that one down, huh? Yeah, so we would greatly appreciate your thoughts and reviews. We appreciate you taking the time. We appreciate that you listen. And the more reviews we have, the easier it is for our podcast to be found when people are searching for points and miles stuff. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's talk about the Chase Lounge. So first of all, the Chase Sapphire Reserve Lounge opened in Phoenix about 2 weeks ago. This lounge has been eagerly awaited for like 2 years. There's a whole Reddit thread about this lounge for the last 2+ years where people just keep commenting, nope, not open yet, nope, not open yet, like literally for 2+ years. And finally it opened a couple of weeks ago. And so the other reason for our trip to San Diego last weekend or 2 weekends ago was not only could we go to San Diego, which is better than Scottsdale, but we also would be able to check out the Chase Lounge. Because when I tell you I considered buying a flight on Southwest to get into the lounge and then canceling the flight, like, I'm not kidding. I did consider doing that.
She definitely did consider that.
But then I was like, oh, well, we'll just go to San Diego and we'll use it then. So here's our experience. And spoiler alert, I will say the lounge is a little bit disappointing for a couple of reasons, and we'll get into it.
First reason being that it's small.
It's incredibly small.
I mean, we had to wait probably 20 minutes to get in.
Which isn't bad. I've heard of people having to wait like hours, and we wouldn't have had time to do that. So we walked up. We were there. Again, it was maybe
like
9
something. And
our flight was boarding at 10:30. So we were there around 9. We purposely went early to try to go to the lounge, and we were put on a wait list. They told us maybe 30 minutes, and it was about 15, I think. It really wasn't that long. Yeah. They called us in. I have a whole Instagram reel that I made about it. If you want to go like visually see it, it's on our Instagram at Travel Party of Five. But you walk in, they have self-serve food kind of to the right, coffee, juice, the whole thing, because we were there for breakfast. I can't speak to their lunch, dinner options. Then they have a bar, and then they have like a little more seating, a foosball table, and they have like an Airstream that also makes ready-to-made ready to order snacks. Like,
Yeah, like when we were there, it was breakfast tacos.
yeah, I don't know
It was
what
like
it is for
sausage,
dinner.
egg, and
The tacos were fine.
yeah, they weren't bad.
And then they have a little more seating and I think 2 private bathrooms, and that's about it. There's not a ton of seating. I feel like they could have made better use of the space. The other thing I really didn't like is where the foosball table and the Airstream is, it's open to the terminal, meaning there's no glass to block it off, which means it's pretty noisy. And part of what I like about a lounge is you go in and it just feels like, like my brain is like, it's like when you turn off the vent fan on your stove after it's been on for a while and your brain is just like, it's quiet. That's how I feel about the airport noise versus going into a lounge. The airport is like the vent being on, and going into a lounge is like turning off the vent.
Great analogy.
Dwayne thinks I'm insane. That's fine. Maybe I am.
But I mean, it's true. It is open to the airport, and you hear the hustle and bustle of the airport.
Yeah. So those were kind of the 2 disappointing things, I think. Here's the good news. We sat at the bar, and you have a really nice view of the tarmac, and it's like right near the Southwest gates. And so it's in Terminal 4 at the Phoenix Airport. And so really nice view, and the service was very good. We talked to a couple of the bartenders, and they really enjoyed working there. It sounds like they had come from other places. Like one of them moved from New Mexico. And so I found that interesting. But they had good things to say about their employers and all that. And so I think that's always a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, so overall, small, open, but still a nice lounge to get some food and some drinks before your flight.
Yeah, it was just us, so I had a glass of Prosecco. Dwayne had some whiskey. I would rank the food somewhere between a Priority Pass lounge and a Capital One lounge. Like, it was better than that Priority Pass Escape Lounge in Oakland, but it was not as good as a Capital One lounge.
The one in Oakland's bad. Bad.
Would I take our whole family in there if there was time? Yes, I would. I guess the bright side about it being open to the terminal is I don't really have to worry about the volume of my children so much. So there's that. And I mean, again, will this save you money on a trip? Yes. If you can get in, yes. I have heard of the wait being really long. So I think you just have to plan that you might not be able to get in if there's not enough time. And if there is, then it's like a bonus. So,
yeah.
Yep. They're also opening up a Chase Sapphire Reserve Lounge in San Diego, like this week. And I was a little disappointed that we were missing it by like a week or 2. So we'll have to see how that one looks next time we go. But that is our review of the Chase Sapphire Reserve Lounge in Phoenix. Oh, and the way that you can get access to that lounge is you either need to hold the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, which I do, and that allows me to bring in a guest or 2, or you need to have a priority pass that allows access. And if you have the priority pass, you get 1 visit per calendar year. If you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, it's unlimited. So that's how you can get access to this lounge. Okay, let's skip over to Hyatt Globalist Status. So we hit Globalist Status about a month ago, and I'm going to tell you exactly how we did it, even though we did not stay 60 nights in Hyatt hotels.
Which is a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. So our strategy for earning Globalist Status, first of all, is because next year we have over 30 nights booked at various Hyatts around the world. And so it was a really strategic decision to leverage the status to save us money on both food and also get us more space through the potential upgrades that we will receive. So I'm going to do a quick rundown of what Globalist Status gets you, and then we'll talk about how we got there for 2024. Number one, you get lounge access. So if there's a club lounge in the hotel, you get free access to that. And normally that will be like breakfast, snacks during the day, and light bites at dinner. You also get free breakfast. So complimentary full breakfast at properties that do not have a club lounge. If they do have a club lounge, that's generally where your breakfast will be. Potential room upgrades, including standard suites, is typically what you'd be upgraded to. Late checkout, subject to availability, but you can get late checkout up to 4 p.m., which can be really helpful if you have kids and a late flight. Complimentary parking on award stays, so no parking if you're booking on points. If you're paying cash, you also get waived resort or destination fees. Those are always waived when you book on points, even without status. But if you're paying cash, they're waived on cash bookings if you're a globalist. And I think that's roughly it. You also get a globalist concierge, which ours emailed me the other day to introduce herself.
Heather?
Kathy. Yep.
Close.
Yeah, close. Sure. So the way that you can earn globalist status is you either stay 60 qualifying nights in a Hyatt, or you can earn 100,000 base points, which is, I don't really know how to explain a base point, but, or you use your business credit card, or sorry, your World of Hyatt credit cards, and they have a business and a personal. The business earns 5 qualifying nights for every $10,000 in spend, and the personal card comes with 5 qualifying nights automatically, and then also earns you 2 qualifying nights for every $5,000 you put on the card. So the way that we earned it is a combination of nights in Hyatt or nights at a Hyatt and credit card spend for the most part. So we earned 20 qualifying nights from the World of Hyatt business card, and that means that we put $40,000 worth of spend this year on our World of Hyatt business card. So in the beginning of the year, I was using that card for everything. And then we stayed, let me calculate this out. What's 20? We stayed 35 nights in Hyatt hotels this year. 5 of those were what we're going to call a mattress run, which means we checked into the hotel but didn't actually stay there. And I'm going to be fully transparent that this is against World of Hyatt terms and conditions, okay? So proceed at your own risk. But we knew we were going to be a few nights shy, and so we did that and used points to book at a Category 1 hotel, which is the lowest category and therefore the lowest number of points. So we specifically did these on nights that were 3,500 points. And so basically the way to do this is you go to the hotel to check in, you just don't stay there. And that's that. We only had to do that a few times, and it worked out fine for us. And then in September, I opened up the World of Hyatt personal card, and I earned 5 qualifying nights just for holding that card. So every year you hold that card, you earn 5 qualifying nights towards status. And
just from having the card?
Yeah, just from having the card.
Nice. It's a good card to have.
Yeah, so we'll keep, that's a card that we will keep. A lot of them we close after the 1 year mark, but we will not close that one. Same with the World of Hyatt business card. And I mean, that's essentially it. We did a combination of credit card spend and nights in Hyatts. Now, I'm going to tell you, like, as you hit certain nights, a certain number of nights, you earn what are called milestone rewards. So we'll talk about that in a second. But I want to add first, like, if you don't have a lot of stays at a Hyatt next year, it probably doesn't make sense for you to get globalist status. So I think a lot of people have like FOMO, right? They think, oh yeah, I want that, like looks nice and shiny and I want that. But if you don't have a lot of nights in a Hyatt booked, it really probably doesn't make sense because you're not going to save that much money, you know? But for us, we have 5 people and we're staying in literally like over 30 nights in Hyatts next year. It's going to save us thousands of dollars when it comes down to it. So I think you just have to figure out, like, you know, yes, it's nice to have, but does it really make financial sense to spend so much on the card and all? I mean, $40,000 is a good amount of money, you know? So
Yeah, it is.
yeah, so you just need to keep that in mind as you're listening to this. So let's talk about the milestone rewards, because they definitely can help you kind of buffer you to get you to the status. So at 20 nights, you get what's called a 2K Next Stay Award or 2 Club Access Awards, and you can choose whichever one you get. We opted for the 2 Club Access Awards, and I'll kind of talk through why I chose these as we go through. At 30 nights, you get a category 1 to 4 free night award and your choice of a 2K next stay, which means 2,000 points off your next stay, or 2 more club access awards. Or you also can choose a $25 find experience credit, which I think is not like, I would never choose that. That category 1 to 4 free night is the one we earned that we went to stay at the Hyatt Regency Tamaya in Albuquerque. And the reason we did that is because it has a 6-month expiration date. So that was a little bit of a surprise. I was expecting 12 months. And then at 40 nights, you get 1 Guest of Honor award. And then you can also choose either 5,000 bonus points or a Suite Upgrade award or another Find experience credit. We chose the Suite Upgrade award. At 50 nights, you can either choose 5,000 points or 2 Suite Upgrade awards. And at 60 nights, you get 2 Guest of Honor awards and a category 1 to 7 free night award and 2 Suite Upgrade awards and access to the My Hyatt concierge. So for all, go ahead.
I was going to say the Guest of Honor awards, that's where you can give someone access.
You gift someone else Globalist access. Yep.
Okay.
And so we predominantly chose the Club Access Awards, the Suite Upgrades, and those of all the choices. Those are the ones we chose all the time. And the reason being, next year we have 2 rooms booked, one in my name and one in your name at a lot of properties. And so what I will do is I will either gift you a Club Access Award or I will gift you a Suite Upgrade Award or a Guest of Honor, just depending on the property. For example, if the property has a club lounge, I'm going to gift you the Club Access Award. And if they don't, then obviously it doesn't make sense because you have to use it at a property that does. If they don't, then I will gift you a Guest of Honor award, and that will ensure that we all 5 of us can have Globalist benefits everywhere we stay. So
That would be great.
Yeah, so that's my plan. I'm going to work that out with Kathy, the concierge, and
or Heather.
And so I think next year we'll easily hit Globalist status again because of how many nights we already have booked at Hyatt's. I'm questionable about 2026 because, we'll have it for 2026, but I'm questionable if we'll earn it in 2026 because I think we're going to be spending some cash to stay in a couple of places that are on my top of my list for 2026 travel. Like Belize, there is no Hyatt, so we can't stay at a Hyatt there. And that's where I want to go for spring break 2026. And then Yellowstone.
I thought there was like an Andaz or something there, no?
No, there's a Marriott and a Hilton. Yep, and we also want to do Yellowstone, which there's no Hyatts there, so we'll see. But we don't need to think that far ahead at this point. So that's, in a nutshell, how you can earn Globalist status without having to stay the 60 nights, if it makes sense for you and your family.
Yeah, I mean, Globalist status is the way to be.
I will say it's nice to like go into the property and have them like recognize it. It makes me feel special.
Yeah, I mean, the guy at breakfast at the Andaz in San Diego.
He was like shouting it.
Yeah, he shouted it like 3 times.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, okay. Like, that's weird. Like, I don't need that kind of recognition, but okay. So, anyways, there we have it. We are getting pretty close to Christmas. I think we only have a couple more episodes left before we take a break for the Christmas holiday. So just another reminder to enter our giveaway raffle for a $50 gift card. Leave us a review, email us a screenshot of your review, and we will enter you into the raffle to win a $50 gift card of your choosing. Our email is travelpartyof5@gmail.com. And we appreciate you so much, and we will catch you on the next one.
Yes, thank you so much for listening, and good luck with the raffle.
Bye.
Have a good one.